Yeah, so I'm experimenting with like longer format videos. I don't know if I'm going to keep uploading them to TikTok or if they're just going to be for YouTube. I don't know. I don't really know what I'm doing. And I feel like a total dumbass talking to myself if I'm completely honest. So today we're going to be swatching OPI's Ere We Go. Is that showing up on camera? Okay, I think I'm gonna have to adjust the tripod because I don't like that. We're gonna have to do this kind of a thing instead of just the zoom out button because that's just weird. Actually, I think I like that better, but whatever. Yes. Alright. And then, like, I'm gonna be doing that, hand versus hand thing. But I thought I'd talk about this. So these are those water marbling top coat, or not water marbling because it's not water marbling. The reason I keep getting it confused and calling it water marbling is because these guys, these B color ones, are the knockoffs for Nail Ink's marble effect polishes. I really want to get my hands on them. I think Nail Ink is discontinuing them because they had, I think, 5 colors in total at one point. Now they only have 3 available on their website, and they have like a 11-pound bundle for all 3. I wish I could get my hands on them or know somebody that's in England that would be willing to buy them there and then ship them to me, and then somehow I'd pay them back. You know what I mean? But I don't, unfortunately. I don't know anyone in England. Because I would have loved to have compared them to these guys. See if they're the same quality, better quality, if they perform better, that kind of jazz. But anyway, so I don't know if I'm going to be painting my nails, or I'm just going to be showing you what I do to remove my polish and like prep my hand, or if it's all going to be one video and then I'll just like shove it all together and make one long one. I don't know. We'll see what happens. So I did do a video ranting about refilling my pump bottle with my Sally Beauty Supply Beauty Secrets nail polish remover, because I bought a whole gallon. And I think initially the entire gallon is like close to $30, but there was a 40% off coupon that I took advantage of, and it knocked it down to practically half price because I also had like that $5 reward for spending money there at Sally Beauty. And I don't like 100% acetone. I prefer the diluted stuff. And, there are, like, a lot of people that are like, that's a pink tax. No, it's not a pink tax. Because I did rant about this in the video where I was refilling my bottle. And I think I ranted a little too much about it, which is why I don't think I'm going to upload that video. But I don't like the 100% acetone for 2 reasons. It aggravates my skin condition and makes it worse. You know what I mean? And 2, oh wait, no. What was I going to talk about? See, I don't even know what I'm talking about half the time. And I think I messed up because normally what I do is I'll cuticle oil before I use nail polish remover. See, I'm totally messing up my routine trying to film because my brain is like freaking all over the place. So I have eczema, right? So like my skin peels, cracks, rashes, and is like funky because essentially my immune system is attacking my skin cells. Or something to that effect. I don't really know much about it. All I know is I was diagnosed with it when I was a kid, and I got crusty ass cuticles because of it. And they're painful half the time. So I could go on immunosuppressants, But with all the freaking illnesses out there in the world, why would I want to suppress my immune system, even though it's in overdrive and attacking my skin? I don't. The only other thing is topical steroids, but after a while they stop working and you have to increase the dose, increase the dose, increase the dose. And I'm lucky because it doesn't appear all over my body like with a lot of people, where like there are people that are a lot less fortunate than I am. I'm lucky that it occasionally attacks other parts of my body, but for the most part it sticks to my toes and my fingers. And it's a lot worse on my feet than it is on my hand, actually. My hand is like it's half as bad on my hand. So, okay. So before I take my nail polish off, I usually cuticle oil. And I know you're usually supposed to do this after your manicure, but because of my skin condition, I like to add the oil to kind of protect my skin from the nail polish remover. And, you know, the one that came in the pump bottle was the 100% acetone. So it kind of like did a number on my skin. And it's part of the reason why my cuticles on this hand were a lot crustier than they appear on this hand. And like I would get like these really nasty comments about how, oh, you can't put top coat into you got top coat all over your cuticles. It wasn't even top coat. I don't even use top coat for the most part when I do my nail polish swatches. I very rarely use top coat. I either use a top coat. I usually like to let it air dry without a fast drying top coat, and I just leave the nail polish the way it is. There's what was I gonna say? 2 occasions when I use top coat. It's usually with glitter that doesn't like to settle down, you know, and has like that rough. The only thing with the diluted acetone is the paper doesn't work as well as cotton. So we're going to use some cotton instead of the paper to remove the nail polish. It's not a big deal, but that's because it's diluted and it's not as, it doesn't eat the polish away as quickly, which is, it's fine because it's better on my fingernails, or not fingernails, on my skin. So, what's it called? So where was I? I don't even know where the heck I was now. I have to think about it. But yeah, oh yeah, the top coat, right? So I don't, oh, cat hair. So I don't even use top coat that often. There's only 2 situations. So like the glitter, right? When it's kind of like rough and it's not smooth. Although like the newer kind of glitter formulas that are out on the market nowadays, you don't really have that problem anymore. Very rarely. Or when I'm doing like a little design and I'm like painting my nails and you want to make it like nice and smooth. You know what I mean? Like, or like I make a custom decal on a Ziploc bag and I'm adding it to my fingernail for the design. That's the only time I ever really use top coat. I rarely use top coat. So what people were seeing was my cuticle oil on my crusty cuticles. It wasn't top coat all over my skin. No, it was just cuticle oil. And you know, there are ways to go about trying to give somebody tips about how to do a better job on their nails without completely making them feel like a piece of crap, right? Like, oh my gosh. But in my situation, it wasn't even top coat. I did mess up the designs in that video. I did, okay? But like, dude, if you're gonna comment, at least post the video of you doing a better job after the nasty comment, right? Like, I'd like to see you do better. And I guarantee there are people that can do better. And that's the whole point. Is like, if you want to watch somebody that's... Jeez, this cat hair everywhere. Meow, meow. You gotta stay out of my freaking nail polish, dude. He's sleeping on the bed right now. So comfy. So comfy. But he's getting cat hair everywhere. And I swear I just vacuumed too. Okay. So, we got that off. And this is a weekly thing, right? So, I've got this off. I'm using my new nail polish remover because, and it's not as strong as the 100% acetone, but I prefer it. And there's a reason. It's not more expensive because they're trying to rip women off. Okay, the stuff that's diluted has actual, like, skincare in it. It has, lanolin oil, it has panthenol, it has tofisuryl acetate. So panthenol is B5, tofisuryl acetate is, I think, vitamin E, and it has, like, skincare ingredients in it. So, I mean, it's not straight up 100% acetone from the freaking hardware store. I get that. I get that it's diluted with water, but it also has skincare ingredients in it, dude. Like, this isn't like a feminine hygiene product that's a requirement and that you can't live without. Okay, that's a freaking pink tax. Not a fancy schmancy nail polish remover. Because, let's face it, you don't have to paint your nails. That's a luxury. It's not necessarily a necessity. I'm of the opinion that a pink tax is on a product that's a necessity for a woman. I mean, I think people are getting a little carried away with this nonsense. So I kind of, like, went off on a rant, and I'm ranting about it now. Oh, yeah. So, up until recently, I haven't used this. What I would do is I would just put, what's it called? Regular cuticle oil on my cuticles and just scrape the dry skin off my nail beds. But someone suggested this stuff in, like, one of the comment sections, and then there was a coupon on CVS, so I was like, okay, from the CVS app, so I was like, yeah, great, there's a coupon, let me try this, and I love this stuff. It's like an acid, so it, like, softens the skin and, like, eats it away, and you don't have to, like, with the orange stick, it just, like, does a nice job of doing it itself. And this person also said, because I had the yellow staining, that if you put it over the entire nail, it helps remove a little bit of the staining. So that's what I've been doing. I don't leave it on for too long because essentially it is an acid, so it's like the equivalent of buffing your nail with, like, a file. And there's some more cat hair. Oh my gosh, the cat hair is so embarrassing. People are going to think I'm a total slob. You guys, you gotta stop putting your furry butts on everything. Alright. Yeah. It is what it is. Okay, I'm going to have to vacuum again today. That's going to be, like, the second time this week. I swear, if you have a cat or two cats, you're vacuuming, like, every day. And their fur still gets on everything. And in everything. It drives me crazy, but I still love them. They wormed their way into my heart. They're stray cats, actually. So what happened was I started feeding them outside. And then they slowly just moved in and never left. I actually have two other ones outside, but they're kind of like fraidy cats. They don't want to come in. They don't even want to come near me. But these two, they just started coming up to me and were like, yeah, we found a home. We don't want to go. We're sticking around here. So, like, yeah, see, this, like, eats away that dead skin that's on your nail. And then I use a orange stick because I'm not a professional, and I worry that I would go in way too crazy with one of those metal ones, and I'd cause more damage than, you know, doing a good job. Because technically I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I'm gonna try it and then look for instructions later kind of a person. I don't really read the instructions, even though you're supposed to. Oh, I didn't get all the nail polish off of that one. That's okay, we can go in and do that later. So we're going to see how this video goes, because I don't even know if I'm going to end up uploading it. I might just be here sitting in my room talking to myself. So there we go. So I scraped out all the like crunchy like cuticle stuff. And I have a feeling, and what's nice about this stuff is if you read the back of it, it says it'll soften calluses. Like, it's good for that kind of a thing. So, the thing is with the eczema, since my cuticles literally turn into, like, calluses, I've noticed that since I started using this once a week to, like, clean them up, it's, softening them. And my cuticles on this hand are looking a lot better. But check that out. It takes some of the staining off. So that person that suggested that, like, thank you. That's cool. That's really cool. I actually really like that. I actually really like this stuff too because it's helping with my crusty cuticles from my skin condition. So actually you kind of like helped solve that problem for me too, because I really didn't know how to take care of it. Or try to, like, have it smooth out. Like, I've tried lotions and cuticle oils and everything to try to get rid of, like, those weird, crusty cuticles. See, look at that. It takes off some of the staining. So, essentially, it's kind of like, it, like, buffs your nail. Like, you would go in and buff it off. But it doesn't buff it so much that it takes all the staining off. So, you still maintain some of that structural, I can't talk, integrity. But you get what I'm saying, right? Alright, so now I'm gonna go try to set this thing up in the bathroom and show you how I clean my fingernails. Because I also give them a thorough washing, because I don't want to leave this on because it is an acid. Alright, we're in the bathroom, and I don't know if you guys ever have one of these, like, manicure, pedicure brush things, but I like having it. Mine kind of broke. I probably have another one from one of those stupid gift sets that you get in the holidays somewhere. But if you don't want to get one of these, you could use an old toothbrush too to clean under your fingernails. Because if you're not cleaning under your fingernails each time you go to the bathroom, that's freaking gross, okay? Like, you should be cleaning not only your hands and doing like your ABCs while you wash your hands, but you should be also freaking washing under your fingernails. So like, I just did the top. And now I'll go like this so the bristles get underneath. So I can get all the gunk out. And then you want to do your thumb too. Like, if you're going to have long fingernails, wash under your fingernails. Alright, that's how disease spreads. Because the bacteria and the viruses sit under your fingernails. And I know you're supposed to minimize your contact with water. But as long as you lotion, like, right after you wash your hands, you'll be fine. Stay sanitary. Alright. Like, that is, like, one of my biggest pet peeves is somebody will have a gorgeous manicure, and then you look underneath their fingernails and they got Cheeto residue or something. That's absolutely gross. There we go. Nice and clean. And like, see, I actually have a huge, I'm hugely self-conscious because like for some reason I have like this little clear area here. I'll show you more when I'm in the other room. Alright, see you in a little bit. Okay, so I'm back from the bathroom after washing off the excess of that cuticle remover stuff. Oh my god, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. But here's what I'm talking about. Like, I'll put my cuticle stick in there. See how you could see it? Like, I have little see-through areas under my nail, but they kind of look like they're dirt. And that makes me super self-conscious because my biggest pet peeve is dirty fingernails. Like, look at that. Like, what is that? And why isn't it just a nice little white line of demarcation? Why do I have this weird see-through area between, like, the two parts of my freaking nail? It looks like freaking dirt, and it's not dirt. Like, I don't know what that is, and it drives me crazy. It makes me so self-conscious, which is part of the reason I paint my nails. So yeah, that's essentially how I prep them for painting them. I'm going to put on a base coat now. But check that out. My cuticles have healed up pretty nice, don't you think? And it's all thanks to this stuff. Like, it's taking off the calluses. I only use it once a week. I think more than that would be too much. I have to still remove a little bit more residue. Oh, I got nail polish there too. See, like, I'm not a professional, dudes. I am not a professional by any means. But it's okay. We'll use some more nail polish remover. The biggest thing is making sure you don't have any dirt under there. Like, and I'll do that thing with that brush and wash under my fingernails like that every time I use the restroom. And, like, I actually go out of my way to make sure I don't have to use public restrooms. Just so I could be home to be able to wash under my fingernails. They need to make, like, little portable brushes for being able to clean under fingernails. At least I feel that should be a thing. That would actually be really cool. I mean, they make little portable nail files. Why don't you make portable nail brushes so that people have them in their pocketbook so they could wash their fingernails when they use the restroom? Because, you know, doing the A, B, C, D, you know, doing the alphabet and washing your hands like that, that doesn't clean underneath. That doesn't get, like, all the gunk from under there. And, like, you know, that's gross. Ugh. But I mean, we live in a society where masks had to be mandated because people didn't realize it's impolite to sneeze on each other. So I'm not surprised people are not washing under their fingernails. But, like, seriously, you should. And now, like, I'll go and I'll, like, cuticle oil this again. And, like, rub it in. And, like, I'll let this sit for about an hour before I go in with a base coat so that the cuticle oil rubs off of the nail bed. Because, you know, nail polish won't stick to the oil as well, but I've just washed my hands and I've stripped them of all their natural oil, so I want to put some back on. And then worst case scenario, you can go in and just wipe off your nail bed with either rubbing alcohol or acetone. It's really not that difficult. But before I actually go paint my nails, this is pretty much what I do. I'll let this sit for half an hour, let it like soak up a bit. Because essentially removing the polish stripped my skin of the oil. The cuticle remover stripped my skin of like oil. And that's asking for a flare-up of eczema. I'm sure it's not good for regular people, let alone people like myself with a skin issue. And what I'm doing might be completely wrong, but it works for me, okay? It's just what works for me. And I figured, why not share it, right? And experiment with making videos. Worst case scenario, someone comments something stupid. Alright, I guess I'll see you guys later. I think I'll do the painting of the nail polish in a different video because this one's going to be really long and it's mostly going to be ranting. And I might like edit it so that like I cut out the parts where I'm either stuttering or saying something completely stupid. You know what I mean? Alright, see you guys later, okay? Bye.